Hi, everybody. It's Amy Parnas, your team mentor from Pennsylvania here. And I wanted to welcome you all to our training on vendor events. So happy you could all join us here on Facebook this evening. So I just wanted to start and share a little bit about what a vendor event is and why you might want to do one. So a vendor event basically is any, in my definition, this is of course, is any activity that you're going to do where you will not be the only person selling products. It could be, 4 or 5 different people in somebody's house. I would consider that a vendor event and not necessarily a party. It could be ladies' shopping night at the elementary school or the church or synagogue or preschool. It could be a flea market at a local church that allows for crafters and direct sellers. I know some people on my team have done some large festivals like a county fair where there's rides and animals and things. And then, of course, there are other direct sellers. Personally, I do a pretty large vendor event at a consignment sale called Just Between Friends. In your area, you might look it up as JBF. I know I do one in Oaks, Pennsylvania, and Sherry Wark on my team does one in Glen Mills and Elkton, Maryland. There's a few other places. So one of the things that's great about all of these is you don't want to be the only vendor there. So, inquire if you see an event that might be a vendor event, ask, do you have other direct sellers that come? Because I have found that, while there's too many people, that isn't always so good for meeting people because they get a little bored with it all. But if there's too few, then people don't stop and stick around and see what's going on. You're kind of like, what am I doing here? So those are some types of vendor events that you may find, and we'll get a little into how you can find them in a little while throughout this training. But the main reason that I like to do vendor events is not necessarily to sell products. If I want to sell products, I'm going to go to do a tasting party because then it's all about me. They're not there for rides or consignment stuff or, to check out what LuLaRoe leggings they have. They're there for me and Tastefully Simple to party. So that's where I go to sell. But it's kind of like one of those cyclical things in how do I get new party hosts from parties. Well, if I don't have any parties on my calendar, that's not helping me. So if I go to a vendor event, that's a great opportunity for me to meet some new faces that I might not have ordinarily met. So that's a great reason that I do vendor events, is to meet people. So my profit is not necessarily in my money bag with the orders or cash and carry that I might have sold, but more so, right over here, I did an vendor event the other day, in my contact slips. This is about, I don't know, 15, 16 people, all who said, yes, I want to host a party. Maybe I want to host a party. I want information about fundraisers, about the business, all sorts of things. So that is, one of the main reasons I do it is to expand my in circles and to meet new people. So it's a great way for me to do that. It also is a great way to give back in to the community in which we share. Some of these events are going to charge you a small fee if it's for a school or for a charity organization. It shows that we as Tastefully Simple consultants are very gracious and giving and support our local community. So sometimes it's a good PR thing to do in doing some vendor events. I know I've often accepted some events that I'm like, well, I don't know how good that'll be, but I really want to get in with the moms at this school or to support this local charity or things like that. So sometimes it's about networking and meeting potential hosts. Others, it's about networking with some other direct sellers that do a lot of events or know a lot of people that can then introduce me to their contacts. So there's lots of different ways to network through vendor events. So I'm so glad that you're all here. I'm going to be doing a series of posts with some information and a few more videos throughout the evening. So sit back and sip your sangria and post your questions, and I'll try to get to all your comments as quickly as I can. All right, see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.